I always believe that the output is very important and we need to work towards the output, right? This fear of failure is more scarier than actual failure. I always look for opportunities where we can volunteer, skill yourself, use your time effectively, and continue to look for problems that you can solve. I think I have almost 18 plus years of experience in IT. I started as a contractor in 2007 with TechM, and then I joined as a full-time from 2008, to be precise, May 16th. So it's been almost 14 years between US and Canada now. When we started working for this tier one telco in Canada, we started engaging with the customer proactively, identifying opportunity for a large deal. And then after a few months of the pursuit, we got the opportunity, and we are we are the largest testing group in Mahindra today. So, and that kind of transformed the entire region revenue and potential. Every year, one of the world's largest consumer electronics manufacturers makes an announcement on a particular date. They roll out new features, new phones, and more. Initially, when the announcement was made, it used to take my client 2 days to get all the system updates done so that the product guys could go ahead and sell the manufacturer's products in the market. However, by collaborating with different functions within the organization, we were able to propose a solution that could reduce the cycle time by almost 26 to 36 hours. Therefore, instead of day 3, you can directly roll out all their features into the market on the same day the manufacturers makes their announcement. The problems that the customer had was that the operational stability of the systems was at the lowest. There were riots outside their center, the shopping center that they had, the retail stores, because every transaction was taking almost 1.5 hours, and the customers had to line up there, right? The systems were slow, systems were not performing well, and the operational metrics were extremely bad. So we did an assessment to understand the state of the affairs of the systems. So then we baselined, where do we really stand, right? And then we provided a roadmap primarily on various factors, like when it comes to automation, quality of checklist that we have, project deliverables, communication, reporting, all these kind of swim lanes. And I always believe that the output is very important and we need to work towards the output, right? So when we looked at the assessment and the roadmap, there were like 20 line items. So first of all, when this I'm talking about the testing, right? Because that's the context here. When the software is pushed to the testing team, is there anything that we can do even before the software is pushed to testing team? So that's when the early engagement started. So we started interacting with the development teams. Even before that, working with the requirements gathering team. Is there anything that as a testing group, we are supposed to have the domain and functional knowledge? Can we review the requirements upfront and log the defects right then, instead of waiting for the requirements to be finalized, the code to be developed, and then it is deployed in QA, and then you find a defect, right? It's always at the last moment. So therefore, once you do that, you're actually shifting left in your timelines. Yeah. And then once the code is moved to QA, what kind of automation can you do, right? Whether it's static testing, which is the requirements gathering, or development testing in the environment, progression testing, in-sprint testing, regression testing. And once all these hurdles are passed, once the code is deployed to production, how soon can you validate in production before it is open to the business, the actual consumers? So these are the kind of metrics that we identified, and we started tracking them on a monthly basis. Our releases are on a monthly basis. So therefore, it gave us the data, kept us honest on where we are going wrong, where we are going right, and we were able to course correct based on the data. Proud to say that in the last, I would say, 3-4 years. In fact, I was in a meeting with CIO yesterday. The operational stability has increased by almost 200% in the last 3 years. There were almost, I would say, 1,000-1,500 incidents every year. Now we brought that down to 400 because we are the only, every software product that this customer builds is certified by Tech Mahindra. From a number standpoint, I would say 35 to 40% reduction in the cycle time. So anyone, the business can roll out their features more faster than ever, which is 35%. And the cost reduction is almost 30%, right? It is our primary responsibility to make that difference to the society, right? Now, I always look for opportunities where we can volunteer. I have almost 400 people in Canada right now. We run food drives where we go to the home shelters. 20-25 of us go there, volunteer for a day, cook meals to the homeless and serve them. We, in fact, for Holi recently, everyone was obviously playing with the colors. I said, let's fill the color in someone else's body. So I took my team I partnered with Canadian Blood Services. And then on the Holi day, we ran a blood donation camp to upskill yourself, use your time effectively, and continue to look for problems that you can solve. If you can do all these four, I'm sure everyone is going to be super successful. And success is relative, right? Don't compare yourself with others. You have your own journey.